All right, I've got a question for people that give readings, teach people about energy, teach people how to use their energy, how to astral project, and all that stuff. There are a lot of good YouTubers, and they do that for free. But what about the people that do readings? You know, um, in my view, I mean, just me personally, just because I don't have a lot of life experience, and I'm kind of, you know, I don't know, I'm a bit too kind at times. I can be easily manipulated. So I'm wary of people. But where I'm going with this is why why is why are you or why are people who give readings benefiting off of spiritual ignorance? Honestly, I mean it. I mean it's shrewd and I guess a bit smart to go after something that'll give you another bit of income, but it's not ethical in my opinion because I think that spirit knowing what happens after you die, losing your fear of death is a great thing. Astral projection and all that stuff. But there's some people who decide to profit off of it, and it's like I think everyone has the right to know this kind of stuff, because religion is kind of the antithesis to that kind of thing, to like evolution. It kind of ties you down. It keeps you locked in a box, so that you can't really focus on bettering yourself. Well, not well in some religions anyway, mostly Christianity. But it's more like I find it a little bit pretentious, you know, because like it's like everyone should know this. Like, can you imagine what would happen if we got maybe 50 plus, just to be modest, maybe 50 plus really strong telekinetics or um, or like you know people with abilities, basically people who can move energy, people who can control the wind, people who's got telekinesis, all that stuff. Can you imagine what would happen if you got 50 plus of those people together and worked to change the world or the planet, or maybe even create some kind of paradise for people who are awake, and have high, advanced spiritual abilities, and maybe even a utopia where people can come and learn how to do that, because that's, I mean, if you ask me, that's what Earth should be doing, even though this is a place of experience. This is a place that multiple types of spiritual vibrations can come together and interact, and therefore you learn to each other and therefore learn to evolve. But beside the fact, you know, if you're really working for the good of mankind, then why are you making it unavailable to people who are at the lower end of the chain? Like for instance, a homeless person couldn't for like a homeless person with like absolutely no money to spare, every cent goes toward, the next meal or something like that. He could never really learn how to, never really learn who's trying to talk to him in the spiritual world, in the case of readings, because that crap can be really expensive. And I'm just like, seriously, come on. Just how unavailable are you going to make this? Like, you have to pay by minute. And the most people are willing to pay for is like 5 minutes, because 1 minute is like freaking expensive. Jesus, I mean it's really annoying, because it's like you're making a lot of aspects of spirituality, you know, unavailable to the lower end of the spectrum. So like basically, if you have money, then only then can you afford, to go to the higher planes. It's like no, as far as I know, the spiritual plane doesn't even have currency. It doesn't work like that. It's like, you really gonna do this? You really gonna make valuable information about what could be going on with your energies, or what your spirit guides are trying to say to you. If you're lucky enough to have a friend that reads stuff like that, then you are lucky indeed, because this crap is unavailable to a lot of people. Like, I have not seen one. I mean, as of right now, I've not seen not one person who can do a reading of like an angelic reading, say, um, for free. And I'm not saying that I should let people, take advantage of you and your gifts or nothing like that. I'm not asking you to devalue yourself. I'm kind of asking, like, why are you trying to benefit, or why are you making certain information unavailable to the lower class, basically, like the class who can't really spare all that freaking money just to get a reading. Like, I come from, the family I come from is not a rich family at all. We're not poor as dirt, but we're not rich either. Like, we're rich compared to other, third world countries, but I don't know, no. Compared to the size of the family we have, we are not rich at all. So it's like really annoying when you see like all this stuff that you have to pay for. Like, nothing is really free, even though everything says it's free. It's like, come on, you gotta pay for shipping. That's not free. I mean, come on, you gotta. I mean, it's really annoying, but that's beside the point. It's like you're making it unavailable. I said it multiple times, but it's like, it's really a pet peeve for me, because if you're doing it for really, really seriously doing it for the good of mankind, then you would make it more freaking available. Now, making it free would probably you'd probably end up with a lot of problems, but I would try it. Just me personally, if I, get to that kind of skill or level of perception, I would definitely do it free, just because I think it should be available to everyone, not just, people with spending money to spare, I'm not making a hit on anyone. I'm just kind of wondering, like, I'm a younger kind of guy, a little sheltered, actually, a lot sheltered. So it's not like I know the thinking processes behind, people who give readings, or people who don't give information for free. But I'm just like, really, this is really for the good of mankind. This is really for evolution. If you're not making it available to every person on this planet, like, is it really for the benefit of mankind, or are you just using this as another income route for yourself? It's like, there's multiple ways to make money. I mean, you can't tell me that's your only other way of income rather than your day job, if you even have one, or if you even need one. So it's like, is it really for the good of mankind? You gotta look at it from that perspective too. And of course, that's, in my opinion, that's what makes a lot of people suspicious of readers, because they do it for money. I mean, just because the fact they do it for money. It's like, if you're really given, true information that, benefits people in like immeasurable, accountable ways, and why are you making profit off of it? And of course, there's a lot of frauds out there that are on TV and have been hilariously busted. But still, I mean, it still raises the question for me. But anyway, that's my 2 cents or something for today, because it's just something I've been thinking about, and I'm wondering what you guys are thinking, or can you give me a unique perspective? All right, keep meditating. See ya.